I think that's got it. All right. Welcome, everybody, to the first episode of the Morty Corner. Also, let's start off on a somber note. Yeah, I'm not using my VTuber model no more, anymore. God, English. Uh, yeah, I just kind of was like, you know what? It's hard to explain. I feel like this is easier for me, you know? God, I'm looking right into that fucking light. I like, I like the work that they did on the model. It just, I don't know, something about it didn't feel fully me. I'm gonna try. So there's gonna be some changes to the channel. We'll still be streaming. The Morty Corner is my new, basically weekly show. We're gonna be doing every Friday. Where we're either chatting, we're either playing video games. I don't know, maybe do like meme reviews. We'll figure it out as we go. Kind of figure it out as we go along, but for right now, it's mainly just going to be chatting and video games. So why ditch the VTuber model? I get it. Again, and especially if I said I was satisfied. Again, I just didn't feel like it was me. I don't know. Like it's weird. It's hard to describe. Honestly speaking, to the model could have been better. They did decent work. The artist did decent work. Not gonna put them down, but you know, maybe in the future when I can like save up for uh like a really high end, like I don't know, maybe Hololive, like one of their artists, if they have any commissions open, maybe I'll get one of them, like because that'd be decent work, and I know it'd be cool for like imagine if like I could be siblings with Altair or with Corone, like VTuber model siblings. But until then, here we are. You'll be looking at my ugly mug, my ugly mug, my disgusting teeth. I swear I brush, but I still feel like my teeth are disgusting. Uh, so yeah, that's where have I been these past few months since my last stream? When even was my last stream? Let's see. I gotta take a look here. My last stream was 2 months ago. So where have I been for 2 months? Right here. I got no excuse. I got no excuse for you guys. It was like I just kind of was like I got so content in saying, "Oh, I'm just so tired from work. I'm just not gonna, I'm not gonna stream." And then it continued on and continued and continued, you know, and it got so easy to just let time slip by me completely, you know. Uh, like next thing I know, sorry, looking at shit on my phone. I so professional. Whatever. I don't know if you heard that, but it just got so easy to let time slip by. You know, it was like next thing I know, it'd be the next day. Like I tell myself, oh, it's Friday. My dog, who's laying on the bed back there, she had doggy daycare today, so she's tired. I can stream tonight, and then like time would just slip by. Like I got no other excuse, you know. Uh, like I don't know, and I feel bad. I feel bad for that. I really do. Um, because next thing I know, it's like in the end of February. Next thing I know, we're going into March, and now we're already in like in April, and I'm streaming now for the first time since, well, like I said, 2 months ago. I'm rambling, aren't I? Sorry. Uh, it was just laziness. Honestly, I've got no other excuse but laziness. Uh, I say a lot. I really, good God, diction. So, but it the thing is like nothing's been bad. Like life's been good for me lately. Life's been pretty good for me. Like I haven't been hanging out with my friends as much lately, which kind of sucks. But life gets in the way. Like they've got they've got their stuff to do. I've got my stuff, you know. So we haven't done a whole lot of D&D. I kind of miss playing, to be honest with you. Uh, but on that note, I am not the kind of person who is going to go online looking for some strangers to play with. I am not that social. Um, let's see. Look at some of this ish on my phone here. Dee. Let's see. What all have I been up to since I've been away? I last thing really exciting that I can think of that happened was going to see the new Captain America movie. Not that exciting. It was okay. You know what? I want to talk about that. So it was just okay. Like I don't. The thing is, I got pretty much exactly what I was expecting. Just a pretty forgettable. Uh, Not bad, not great. It didn't do anything. It didn't really do anything to stand out. You know, that's the thing. So, uh, what can I say good about it? The acting. The acting was pretty damn good. Anthony Mackie did a great job. He's always done a great job playing his character, playing Sam. And I do like the idea of him being Sam, or of Sam being Captain America is what I meant to say. I like the idea, and I think with good proper writing, they could make a really good Sam Wilson Captain America movie. Sadly, they just didn't do that here. Speaking of the writing, to me, I don't know if anybody else felt this way. Maybe it was just me. It felt like it was written by AI. Like artificial intelligence wrote the script to this movie because the dialogue was so clunky. It didn't feel real, authentic. Um, Speaking of performances, Harrison Ford actually did a really good job. I was pleasantly surprised how well he did playing Thunderbolt Ross. He's a great actor. Harrison Ford is a fantastic actor. I love him as Indy. I love him as Han Solo, The Fugitive. Let's see, what other Harrison Ford movies? Clear and Present. Yeah, Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Games. So he's a great actor. Don't get me wrong. But I was kind of like weary going in. Like, how is he going to do replacing William Hurt? You know what I mean? William Hurt played the role so well. He embodied Thunderbolt Ross. I have this I have this thing with my R's. It's hard for me to say R's sometimes. So sorry if I really enunciate something. I'm trying to get it out there so it's clear. Uh, but he did surprisingly well. Um, Overall, though, would I recommend spending money on seeing it or even buying it? I don't know. Maybe if you're just a hardcore collector, like that just has to have all the Marvel movies, which kind of me, I kind of am. Then, I mean, thankfully I didn't actually pay for the tickets. I am I'm part of a movie club with this theater, this official movie club thing that they do, so I get free tickets every month. Uh, so I didn't technically have to pay for it. So not a bad time really for something that I didn't have to pay for. All because even if the movie would have sucked, I still would have loved going to the movies, going to the theater because I love the theater. But the whole time I'm sitting there watching it, I kept thinking these story beats, these this I don't know if they'd be tropes. I guess tropes, yeah. But like the story elements is almost beat for beat rehashing the Winter Soldier, the whole thing. Like replace Sam with Cap, or replace Steve with Sam. You've got an authority figure that Captain America disagrees with on how to handle the situation. Replace Nick Fury with with General Ross, now president. Brainwash super soldiers. Replace Bucky with Isaiah. Uh, Villain working behind the scenes to manipulate the situation. Replace Hydra with the leader. It was beat for beat rehashing the Winter Soldier. Like, so that's another point of contention for me where it's like whoever wrote the story, I can't remember I can't remember who the story writers were, but like they were it was like the whole time they're just like, remember how great Winter Soldier was? We're gonna do it again. We're here we are doing it again, you know. So they're like even the way it's structured was almost exactly like the Winter Soldier. Like it starts off Cap on a mission, going after a one note side villain who's being manipulated by the main villain, you know, replace Batroc with Sidewinder, which they really wasted his character. Like, they really wasted the actor. Giancarlo Esposito. I think that's how you say his name. A phenomenal actor playing such a mediocrely written character. So it was kind of let's see. There's that. Cap has a disagreement with authority figure. Cap goes to main villain's secret base. The it's just it's structured exactly, almost exactly like the Winter Soldier. So I'm rambling. I keep rambling. Uh, but anyways, let's see what else was there. The effects. Some of the effects left a little to be desired. Red Hulk looked pretty good, but it did feel like they kind of wasted the effects budget on him, like on just him. Because there are so many times I'm sitting there watching the movie like they're on a fucking green screen right now. Like it was it felt weird, you know. And then there were so many times where they did like almost kind of unnecessary slow motion with Sam involving his wings, especially when they cut through things like his wing cutting through the wing of the jet or cutting through the car when Red Hulk throws it at him. Uh, that felt a little. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not a big fan of slow motion. all three of the Transformers movies when they came. Well, I say all three. When I think of the Transformers movies, I still think of the original trilogy, which was the first one, then Revenge of the Fallen, and Dark Side of the Moon. I still think of those. I went and saw all three of them in theaters, and there is so much slow motion. So maybe that tainted my view of the slow motion in the new Cat movie. Uh, but I mean, really, is that enough for me to hate the movie? No, not at all. Not even close. Like I said, the biggest sin is that it's just forgivable. Forgivable. It's forgettable. God, enunciate your words, Johnny. Uh, yeah. So I see we got a viewer. Hi, viewer. Hope you're having a good evening. I have been rambling like a madman for about 18 minutes now, I think, give or take. Where the fuck is my mouse? I can't see my mouse. Where the? Oh, I hate when my mouse turns. When my mouse just randomly turns off. If it's been inactive for a while. God, hold on. I've got to go to the little boy's room real quick. I shall be right back. Ooh, okay, I'm back. Sorry, I have a weak bladder. Uh, yeah. So let's see. What else is new with me? I haven't had anything going on in my fucking life. And, like, it's just been day after day, just go to work, come home, eat, take my dog out, and then go to bed. That's pretty much been it. Like, I live the most boring fucking life. Maybe that's why I want to. Maybe that's why I do want to do this. You know, not necessarily as like a source of revenue, but something fun. That's why I am starting this as the first episode of the Morty Corner, like I said, which is something I'll be doing every Friday, where we just end the week on a chill note, just forget the real world for a little while. We're not going to talk about politics. We're not going to talk about any, maybe some stuff that happens in the real world. Maybe if it's funny, if we can make fun of it, like maybe some news story or something that we can make fun of that caught my attention or something. I don't know. But other than that, we're just chilling. We're having a good time. Everybody here, nobody's conservative, nobody's liberal, nobody's. We're all just hanging, just chilling. That's why whenever we do play games, if it gives us the option, probably going to be playing them on easy mode. We're just having a good time. We're here to have a good time. We're here to chill. We're here to cool off from the week. Some of us have like long weeks. Maybe some of us had a few bad days in the week. So, pull up a beanbag chair, pull up one of those old, like, I don't even know if they still if people still have these anymore, but I used to want one really bad for some reason. Those old mushroom chairs that like it was like the reverse. Pretty much take like the cap of a mushroom and flip it upside down, and you have one of those chairs. I used to want one of those so bad when I was younger. I don't know why, because they're not comfortable, from what I remember. Take a sip of my water. I also used to really want a water bed. Now I know all the, what did you say, dangers of the water beds. Are they are they dangerous? I don't know. Gosh, the things I work with back here. But let's see. What else could we ramble about? What has been going on in the world of entertainment lately? Do 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 do. Do 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 do. What has been going on for me lately? Oh, speaking of Marvel, they announced the cast of Avengers Doomsday, and it really does look like they're setting up and or for an yeah. Hi, my name is Johnny Morty, and I can speak very well. Looks like they're setting up for it to be secretly an Avengers versus X Men movie because it's like you've got literally all the old X Men coming back to be in this movie. Like holy shit, dude! Like James Marsden, Kelsey Grammer, Ian McKellen. I think Patrick Stewart's gonna be in it too. Like you got, and the weird thing is that there's actually hardly any Avengers in there. I know you. I think the Thunderbolts are in it. I know the Fantastic Four is going to be in it. My biggest concern with that, because yes, I do have kind of a concern. How much screen time is everyone going to get? And like, is anybody going to be overshadowed? Is anybody like, is any there going to be anybody that stands out more than the rest of them? There's a balance there that they're going to have to try really hard to try to figure out. I think, not to mention the fact, and I'm still not over it. Like, I'm not a fan of the RDJ playing Doctor Doom cast, like the casting of that. Like, I'm just, I don't know. They're gonna have to really, to me, they'd have to really tiptoe around Tony's death in game. Like, I don't know if because I don't know if they can handle treating that with the same with respect, the same way that they did with Logan and Deadpool and Wolverine. Because that fit, that fit with that like the way they did it in Deadpool and Wolverine fits with Deadpool. Uh, so it's like, what's the deal with this? What's the deal with having Robert Downey Jr. play Doctor Doom? I don't know. I think my theory is that the reason for that is to try to have some sort of like emotional connection there. Like, oh, the Avengers are gonna have to fight somebody who looks exactly like uh, their old comrade. Like how are they gonna battle Doctor Doom if he looks exactly like Tony Stark? I don't know. Like, ah, fuck, pull my hair. They're just gonna have to be careful with it. I think. Like, how are they gonna handle this without cheapening his death? You know. So that's the only casting really that I have an issue with. The rest of the cast, it sounds great on paper. Like I said, it's just that they're gonna have to find a balance with everyone's screen time, and try not to make anyone overshadow the rest. I think, considering this is supposed to be an ensemble team up movie, kind of excited about the new Spider-Man movie though. Spider-Man Brand New Day. That seemed. I think it's a good move. I think it is. Um, One, we're getting a new trilogy, the start of a new trilogy with Tom Holland. He'll be the first of the live action Spider Man actors to actually get more than three movies. Um, I hope it's like, I really hope they take it back down to earth kind of thing. Like, take it back down to like street level. I'd love to see a team up with Daredevil, maybe. But on that note, not in like, because all three of the previous movies, right? He had some core. Try to combine kind and sort. He had some sort of like mentor like relationship with an older character. Like in the first movie, it was Tony Stark. Second movie, it was kind of a threesome, three-way between Mysterio, Nick Fury, and Happy Hogan. And then in the fourth movie, it was Doctor Strange. So, although I will admit that, like with the whole thing with Doctor Strange, they kind of it was kind of more of like an equal partnership rather than a mentorship thing. But still, like I think if they do have like a Daredevil team up with Spider Man, it's got to be as equals. Like no mentorship, they're just equal to each other. You know, especially now that nobody remembers who Spider Man is. Well, they remember Spider Man, but they don't remember that he's Peter Parker. That's what I mean. Ooh, I'm a thirsty boy. Uh, and also it'd be the depending on how Daredevil Born Again's gonna go. It'd be cool to see Spider Man have to go up against the Kingpin, right? That would be that. I think that'd be a neat story idea. Like he's going up against a crime boss, not necessarily somebody who's like uh, yeah, technologically empowered or mystically empowered. Going up against just some regular guy knows how to who knows how to work the criminal underworld kind of thing. That'd be cool. Um, I think it would provide a different dynamic for Spider-Man, for the MCU Spider-Man. Plus, could be a good way of bringing Scorpion in because we saw Matt Gargan in Homecoming, right? We haven't seen him since, uh, unless you count Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, but that's a different universe. That's that. So this could be a great opportunity to bring back Matt Gargan and make him the Scorpion. Maybe he gets the technology from Kingpin somehow. I don't know. Just shooting ideas off. Speaking of, the thing to know about me is that I can ramble for a long time when it comes to more anything comic book related or superhero related because I love superheroes. I always have ever since I was a kid. I love the idea. I love what they represent, like the idea of people using their extraordinary abilities and talents to help others. I've always loved that. And especially the stories that come from that, like the responsibilities that come from it, the consequences, all that good stuff. I've always loved it. Uh, I have two boxes full of graphic novels. I need to get more so I can get more graphic novels. But anyways, what was I saying? Daredevil Born Again. I'm enjoying it so far. I really am. It's not quite as good as the original, but I think they are coming pretty close. I really do. I could just be saying that to give them the benefit of the doubt. I don't know. Maybe I'll give it a rewatch at some point once they're finished with the first season. But the action seems pretty good. Like they, oh god, burping is so professional. Uh, well, I mean, Chibi does it every stream, but I think the action seems pretty good. It feels like they were able to kind of ramp up and give Daredevil more of his trademark agility that he's got from the comics. Um, I kind of get why they didn't put that in the Netflix show because it's like early in his vigilante career, even though he has kept up training. Uh, you actually putting it to use is a different thing than training, you know. But also, that was a I saw an interview and they were saying it was a budget thing. They just maybe I don't know. I don't fully understand like how the budget affects like how you do stunt coordination. I don't know. But anyways, I like the action. That's what I'm trying to say. Very long-windedly trying to say. Of course, the acting is always with these guys phenomenal. Like Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin. He is Wilson Fisk. Uh, and Charlie Cox is Daredevil. Like he plays, you could almost swear he's blind because he does it so well. He plays the part so well. You could almost swear that he's blind. Uh, let's see what else. What else? What else? I like the storyline so far. I will say it took them a little too long to have him suit back up in the Daredevil suit. Like so far, we've only seen it in 3 episodes, and there's 7 episodes in. That means there's 4 episodes of this first season where he's at no point does he suit up in the Daredevil suit. And I kind of like I get why he didn't want to, story wise, you know, like oh, the last time he suited up as Daredevil, Foggy died. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Good God. Foggy dies. You know, the last time he suits up as Daredevil. Time goes by. He's still not fully. I don't think he ever really fully processed or fully grieved Foggy's death. I don't know, but he just didn't want to suit back up. But then, you know, shit happens. Muse, the serial killer, comes in. Matt delivers one of my favorite lines when he finally suits back up. He just goes, "Fuck it," which has been that's been kind of weird. In this is that in the original Netflix shows, they went pretty far, like with language, with blood, the violence, like Jessica Jones's case, the sexuality. I mean, without going into full nude scenes, like God, that first episode where she's banging Luke Cage. Holy shit, that caught me by surprise. But like in this show, and I guess now they feel more empowered to do it after Deadpool and Wolverine, but they just full on say fuck in this show and Born Again. So and it feels kind of weird when you're so used to the original where they skirted around saying it. You know, that part took it was weird getting used to that. And maybe I'm just weird for thinking it's weird, but all in all, really, I think it's a good show so far. Like they're doing a good job with it. They don't like maybe though Captain like the new Captain America movie kind of tainted my thinking of these now because now I'm every time I'm watching it, I can't shake the feeling that I'm listening to AI. Because as I was mentioning before, when I watched the new Captain America movie, the whole time I'm watching it, I'm just thinking like this feels like this was written by artificial intelligence. And now I think that with every new Marvel thing I watch, like, oh, this was probably written by artificial intelligence, and it could be the most authentic dialogue ever. I'm still thinking in my head, and like that little that little bitch voice in the back of my head is like, this was written by artificial intelligence. Like I said, I'm a thirsty boy. Uh, I'm spending way too long rambling about Marvel shit. Let's see. What about DC? Honestly, hasn't really been much from the DC side of things lately. Uh, DC's been pretty quiet for a while. It seems like. I think the last thing I heard from DC, there was like a new sneak peek of the new Superman movie. I'll probably go see that when it comes out, just to see it, how it does, because the trailer actually looked better than I thought it would. But that's just, fucking mush mouth. The trailer could be deceiving. Just because the trailer looks good doesn't mean the movie's gonna be good. But that's my opinion. Like, I don't know, because I still feel like Henry Cavill got a bum deal out of the whole shebang. Like the studios just kind of fucked him over there for a little while with like Netflix canning him from the Witcher TV show and replacing him with Liam Hemsworth of all people. I'm not over that. Still salty. And then actually, I was surprised by how much I actually liked Ben Affleck as Bruce Wayne. That was weird. Like more proof that actors need second chances in the superhero genre sometimes. Ryan Reynolds, Michael B. Jordan. Who else? Who else? I feel like there was at least one other person who did a really shitty superhero movie and then did came back and did a really good one later on. But yeah, uh, I I lost my train of thought. Talking about DC, again, just haven't heard anything from them for a while. Like, I'm still curious who they're gonna get to play the new Batman. Uh, my thing is like a lot of people want Jensen Ackles. He could be great, but Jensen Ackles is like he's in his 40s, I think, almost 50s, I think, something like that. I know he's older than me, and I'm in my 30s, but I think they should get someone that could carry the franchise for a while. You know, someone in their someone in their 20s. Get someone in their 20s to play the character. Uh, an argument could be made for early 30s, maybe, but you want someone who's going to be able to carry the franchise for a while and do be able to handle the very physical side of playing a superhero. You know, I don't even know how old David Cornswet is. How old is David Cornswet? Then the new Superman. I want to say he's like 28. Pretty sure he's younger than me. This fucker. Let's see. Oh no, he's actually the same age as me. He's wow. Okay, I legit thought he was old. He was younger than me. No, he's actually a few months older. A month older. He's actually a month older than me. Hmm, neat. Anyways, I am for everybody who's just joining. I have just been rambling on about nothing. Uh, that's the whole point of the Morty Corner. We're just gonna be rambling. Uh, for our viewers who just joined, Morty Corner is gonna be my weekly. Sorry if I repeat this, but it's weekly. It's gonna be weekly every Friday. We're gonna hang out, chill, chat, maybe play some games here and there. No, we'll definitely play games. We'll definitely be playing games. Because I do need to finish. Um, what's it? Me side? My side? I don't know how to pronounce it. I don't. I legit have no idea how to pronounce it. But like, I do need to finish that. I kind of want to finish that horror game I was playing. What was it? Inside or Inflicted? Was it Inflicted? No, not Inside. Inside's the 2D like, or no, it's the side-scrolling one. What? It was Inflicted, wasn't it? I remember it was a PT clone. One of like the fucking thousands out there. Infliction. Yeah. I need to finish that. There's a whole. I have a whole plethora of games that I'm like, ooh, I want to stream playing that. I want to stream that. I want to stream that. Like, and I've got, I've actually got quite a few on my Steam profile that I've never even touched. Uh, that I think would be fun to play. I'd also like to do. I would like to do collabs. You know, if there's ever anybody interested in doing that, I'll collab with just about anybody. VTuber, FleshTuber, whatever you know. Also, if you're wondering if you're here, because we're about what half, yeah, a little over halfway through. If you're here and you're wondering, like if you're just joining and you're wondering, whoa, where's the VTuber? Where's the where's the Butler? Why no more Butler? Uh, this is easier. I feel like this is easier for me. It's less setup that I gotta do. Like I gotta get on, like with the VTuber model, I have to get on to Live 2D, make sure everything's calibrated. I get not calibrated, but I make sure everything's correct. Make sure I've got like backgrounds set. I've got all this stuff. I feel like it'd be easier for me to just get on a webcam and just do it the kind of old school way. Kind of go back to the old YouTube ways where it feels less produced. Feels like anybody could just pick it up and do it. You know, kind of what drew a lot of people to YouTube in the first place, which was the amateur quality, as you can tell by my webcam and like being able to see my ceiling fan, my fucking Boondock Saint lamp in the background. Uh, yeah, we're just it's my effort to create a chill environment. We're gonna forget the real world for a little. Well, forget like the horrible shit of the real world for a little while, and just hang out, talk, talk about movies, talk about games, comic books, music. I am a firm enjoyer of music. Um, I like all kinds of music. I like metal most of all. Like on the way home, I drove home listening to Electric Callboy. I like I like a lot of rock. I grew up on rock. Like my mom would put on Metallica CDs and Def Leppard for us in the car to listen to. And my very first concert was actually Pop Evil with Cheap Trick and Poison, which is an interesting combination because it's like you got these two 80s metal, but not metal, but 80s rock bands with this like new-ish, newer rock band. And it's like, okay, that's very different sounds there. Because I don't know if any of you have ever listened to Pop Evil. They have the songs like Last Man Standing, Waking the Lions, Work, Trenches. They're really good. I do really enjoy them. But best concert, best concert I have been to so far, hands down, was Lamb of God and Megadeth. Again, an interesting combination because it's like the other bands were Trivium and Hatebreed, very different sounds than Megadeth. So it's like, why is Megadeth with Lamb of God of all bands? Second best, I'd say, was Rob Zombie. He puts on a phenomenal show, and it was him, Mudvayne, Static X, and Powerman 5000. Which I know what you think. I know what some of you might be thinking. Wait, didn't the lead singer of Static X pass away? He did, back in like 2014, I think. Wayne Static, but they've had a new lead singer for a while, I think. So, and he actually sounds really close to Wayne Static. Like, it's crazy how much he actually sounded like Wayne. Let's see. And then who else? A surprisingly good show was Leonard Skinner and ZZ Top, which you can see I'm wearing my ZZ Top t-shirt. That was a good show. Uh, Dude, they fucking Leonard Skinner brought it, man. They getting to hear them play Freebird was insane. I loved it. But let's see. Yeah, it's probably getting close to time I end the stream. I'm an EP boy. It has been quite a long week at work, but I am committed. I am committed to doing this every week. Not the whole rambling, uh, dumb shit, but like streaming every week. Every week. The Morty Corner. Once a week. Every Friday. I'll probably I'll try to stick to a consistent time too. Like this seems like a decent time because it's not too early, not too late. I can come home, eat some dinner. Like today, I had some miso ramen, which was delicious, and then I can do this. Still have time to sneak in some Assassin's Creed. You know, I've been playing Shadows, which has been I've actually really enjoyed playing Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like now I now it kind of feels like returning to the old school style, which was the stealth based, while also kind of mixing in some of the newer style with Yasuke. I enjoy it. But yeah, so hopefully this takes off pretty well. I'm gonna set some small goals for myself and for the channel. Uh, Basically stepping stone goals. Like my goal used to be like, oh, let's get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Maybe that could happen. That could still happen, but I like to start small. That way, you know, every achievement feels like a milestone. You know, feels special. Like my current goal, get to 50 subscribers by the end of the year. Okay, Might be easy, might not be. I don't know. If we do get to 50 subscribers before the end of the year, the goal will change to 100, and then to 250, to 500, so on and so forth. But I like the idea of the stepping stone thing, where it's like, yeah, just kind of take it slow. Life's too short. Let's not rush it. So, anyways, I'm gonna call it there. I hope you've all enjoyed my rambling. Like I said, I don't know. I'm tired as fuck. I really am. But, anyways, I will see you guys next week. Join me for episode 2 of the Morty Corner, where we'll probably be continuing. I have no idea how to say it. My side, me side, the one with the girl who pulls you into the mobile game and is all obsessed with you. I don't know. We'll be continuing that next week. So, anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next week. Have a good night, guys. Have a good week. Bye bye.